was recommended to us by a close colleague in another group care home. Locally, we've noticed that there are the pressures when it comes to recruiting nurses, so it was suggested to contact Ian's to see if that's a potential option to recruit nurses from overseas. So we had a conversation with yourselves, and here we are 8 weeks later with 2 fantastic nurses.
My name is Oseke, and I'm a Nigerian. I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria. I lived in Abuja just before coming to the UK.
My name is Chineye Ojuku. I'm a registered nurse from Nigeria. I reside in Delta State and just recently moved to the UK.
I would say it took around 8 weeks. It's very quick.
Well, I was scared because this is a company that's coming out so fast. Normally I get a week or 2 weeks to say the least, but 2 days, so I felt it was too short.
We try to do as much as we can. We like to create a little family here. We're a very close team and we provide support, whether it's just to talk about anything. We're providing them with a really good induction, getting to know our residents, getting to know our systems, our values and things like that. So there's been ongoing support.
Ian's prepared me very much for the interview. I wasn't just going in for the interview blindly. I was prepared to sit for an interview and I smashed it.
What we wanted to do was find a suitable accommodation close to Ashdale so they could walk to work. We didn't want them to be too far away. Again, I think it's just being mindful that it's a new area. So we found something just a couple of minutes away, 2-bedroom with a lovely view of Pembroke Castle. We furnished it the best we could to make it as homely as we could for them because we really wanted that, the welcome to be there, that know that they're very much welcome here.
Came back 8 weeks ago. It's a beautiful start, and I also believe that working in Ashdale and generally living in the UK, it's a dream come true.
I was just really amazed at how fast they were and how supportive Irons was there for me all throughout the way. I don't know how you sort your employees. I got them through you. I'm glad that you put me through.
I would say don't let it be a struggle. There is definitely an option out there. Like us, we were very anxious about trying new things because we've always been on Indeed or things like that. But for us, I would definitely recommend international recruitment and the support of Ian's to help you get your team where it should be.
If you're struggling for international recruitment, then you should try Irons. They are the fastest and I think most reliable agency out there. So Irons is it for you. Just give Irons a try and you won't regret it.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, UK. My name is Michael, and welcome to Strategy Time. Today is a very special episode because, first and foremost, this is our pilot episode of Strategy Time. Yeah? You might be asking, what is Strategy Time? Strategy Time is where we talk about all the issues headlining the businesses here in the UK and where our expert delivers the best solutions there is so that we can help all these businesses grow all together, right? And I'm really excited. I'm pumped up today, and we've got a very, very special guest. Yeah. Now, before we do that, before we introduce our guest, we'll talk about something that is very vital to growing our business here in the UK, and that would be your sponsor license. Yeah. Now, a sponsor license is something that you need in order for you to grow and start recruiting people and grow your workforce, right? So, what is a sponsor license and how can it impact your business? That's what we're going to talk about today. And when we come back, we will be joined together with Eric, the registered manager of Family Support Care, and he'll tell us a story on how he was able to secure his own sponsor license. When we come back, we'll talk to him and we'll take a short break, so don't go away.
I think what made Ian's recruitment day stood up. I think what made Ian's recruitment day stood apart from it, the diversity. It was very diverse. It was very open. There were almost 1,000 candidates.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought to myself, if these candidates had the trust in you, why shouldn't I? Obviously, you must be doing something good that attracted them to that platform where they can get opportunities. It's a good place where I can find candidates. Not only did they meet the skills, the knowledge that they have gained through Ian was remarkable. Your training process, your information sharing is really good. It's second to none. I was really impressed with the answers that the candidates were able to give, the knowledge that they have about a sector that they haven't even worked in yet. So I'm really excited to see what they will do when they get here. And to you, my fellow care providers, I invite you to come on down to Ian's recruitment day. They would be with you in every step of the way. You would never be disappointed.
And welcome back, everybody. Again, my name is Michael, and welcome to Strategy Time. Today, we'll be joined by Eric, who is the registered manager of Family Support Care. Eric, are you there? Hi, Eric. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly.
Well done. Hello, Eric. It's great having you here. And before anything else, let me congratulate you for your sponsor license. How are
Thank you very
you
much.
and how do you feel now that you've got your license approved?
Well, firstly, I'm very fine, and I want to say hello to all your viewers, and I believe they should be attentive and listen because there is a lot that they can
Yeah,
learn from
absolutely.
my journey. I'm very fine, and it's been a lot of a barrier lifting opportunity in getting the sponsorship license because it's giving us now the opportunity to be very diverse and to also have an international level of recruitment, which is quite very good in this sort of business we are in, bearing in mind there is an extreme shortage of carers within the UK currently.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you very much for that, Eric. Now, can you tell us a bit more about Family Support Care? I mean, why and when was it established, and what is your role in the company?
Family Support Care was established on the 1st of November 2018. And prior to the commencement of Family Support Care, I was working as a care manager with the Swindon Borough Council, and I also became an inquiry manager in the Safeguarding. It was quite a point in my life where I realized I can do more than what I was just sat in the office doing. That was getting very close to my clients. So that was my source of motivation in starting this. And due to the fact that my background is with adults with learning disabilities and mental health, which is a passion that I discovered during my training days and my internship days. So I decided to specialize in the care sector that is in the, adults with learning disabilities and mental health. So that is what we do as an organization. And I think we are going to be 4 years this year in a couple of months or so. Yeah.
Wow, congratulations. Well, I think there's a pattern in there, Eric, which I see in most newly established business, especially in the healthcare sector. People who have worked in the healthcare industry for so long, and people who've got the passion to provide care for other people, they really wanted to go out there, do it on their own, provide the care for the elderly people and for children who needs this type of service, is what's really happening. And I think this is really admirable, because it's really not easy in running this kind of business, Eric. And with you running it 4 years, really fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, Eric, what led you to decide to apply for a sponsor license?
Firstly, the main reason is for expansion. Because I realized that, especially in the domiciliary sector, where there is a lot of opportunities. So let me break it down a little bit. When I talk about the domiciliary, I'm talking about the aspect of domiciliary where people need to go to clients' home for an hour or 45 minutes, morning, afternoon, evening. There is a lot of market in there. However, many carers within the current UK system were unwilling to take up such opportunities. And I got to the point to realize, no, I think now is the time that we enter into that market. And the only way that we can do that is to expand our recruitment and recruit into our company passionate people in relation to care. So that is one of the main reasons why we decided as a company to apply for the sponsorship license. And secondly, is to also to promote diversity in our company, so that people can be recruited from other places of the world and bring in their belief, their values, their culture, and their skill, which we can all learn from each other. So that's the second motivation why we decided to apply for sponsorship license.
Fantastic. It's very interesting, Eric, to hear what you just said. But before that, I mean, for the benefit of those who are watching us at the moment, a sponsor license is not a piece of paper, right? It's actually a privilege. Okay, you need to apply this to the Home Office. This will allow you to sponsor migrants from inside and outside the UK, and they can work with you under your sponsorship. Now, am I right in assuming that you also applied for a sponsor license basically because there's nobody at the moment who's happy to work with you as a carer, and that you had a hard time looking for people who's going to be committed and loyal to work with you in the coming years? Is that one of the reasons as well?
Well, I will say it's a yes and no. Firstly, it is yes because recruitment into the care sector has really reduced drastically, which means people that are not already in the care sector don't have that passion anymore to work in the care sector, which is one. And on the other side, I think it is not necessarily that, but rather the people that we work with, as in terms of the carers that we recruited within the UK, and we still have them. And I would say we have just lost about 2% of staff that we recruited since we started our company. Many of them have been with us since we started up till now. However, it's the expansion rather which is a problem, because it is more like the entrance door is more closed, where people are not motivated enough to take up roles in the care sector.
Right. And I think that's one of the leading factors now why care businesses is having a hard time in getting people to work with them. And so really, you having a sponsor license is very, very timely. And if my research is correct, the NHS is actually predicting to have I think 108,000 more shortage in the coming 3 years for both nurses and carers. So really, it's the perfect time for you to have a sponsor license, right? Now, Eric, the reason why we are here today is because in the past, you have tried applying for your own sponsor license, but it wasn't successful. Yeah. Can you tell us a bit more about this experience?
Well, I will start by saying that it is very difficult to fail than to pass. If you are failing and you don't have help, you struggle to even fail. So I think that was the place that I was at that point, because I was trying to obviously, as a registered manager, and also as a businessman, I was trying to save some money, from
Yeah, of course.
you see. So I was like, all right, I think I can do it. Let me try it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But although I did my best, because that is not my field, on the legal side, on the immigration side of things and all that. So it became quite difficult in completing it correctly. That is what I mean by when you are failing, you rather struggle to fail than passing. So obviously I was naive and also did not understand most of the questions well. And that resulted in the application being unsuccessful. However, I might say I was a bit lucky though, that I was not, a bar wasn't put on me that, okay, wait for 3 months or 6 months to apply again.
That's right.
Yeah, I think I'm a special person, So
yeah, you are someone special, really.
Yes, so I think it is, yeah. So I really struggled in getting it right. And I think one thing about life which I've realized is that at the point where you realize you can't do it, the best thing to do is to surrender. Surrendering means you are looking for the best option, the masters in the game that can help you execute whatever duty you want to, execute. Yeah.
I agree. Well done, Eric. Well, people are probably asking, what went wrong, Eric? What went wrong with the application? Yeah. And like what you said, you are quite lucky indeed. Okay. For the benefit of those who are watching us today, if your sponsor license gets rejected, there would be a cooling off period between 6 to 12 months, okay, before you can actually reapply for your sponsor license, depending on which grounds your application was refused. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, okay, we're going to take a quick break. But when we do come back, Eric will be sharing with us the reasons why their sponsor license application got rejected. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in a few seconds.
With Connections, you can easily get your sponsor license, allowing you to enjoy the many benefits of international recruitment. With Connections, you can easily build a team of workers who have the right qualifications, skills, and experience. With Connections, you can easily hire workers in and outside the UK without worrying about any visa restrictions. With Connections, you can easily boost and save more by increasing staff retention to 100% for up to 5 years. Connections, international recruitment made fast, simple, easy. Connect now.
And welcome back, everybody. My name is Michael, and this is Strategy Time. Again, what we're talking about today is all about sponsor license application. And we are here with Eric of Family Support Care, giving his testimonial to us. Eric?
Hi.
Awesome. Now, Eric, before we went into a quick break, we were discussing about your sponsor license application being rejected, right? Now, people are wondering, okay, what did Eric do wrong? Okay, I mean, like what you said, some people think, it's probably easy. It will be saving me much. It will be saving me money if I do it on my own. I don't want to pay for a solicitor to do that for us. But like what you said, it wasn't your expertise. It wasn't in your realm of knowledge and understanding. So, what do you think went wrong with your application?
I think there are two things that it got picked on. And the
Okay.
first one was apparently after the completion of the application, there was a part which I was meant to submit some details.
Okay.
However, I skipped that, went on to complete the entire application, and it did not ask me again. So as per me not being asked again, I thought, oh, okay, that's fine. And I waited. Apparently, there was also there was a footnote there that submit some documents within, I think, 10 days or so.
Right.
Which obviously, again, I did not pay attention to that as well. And as a result, application was rendered unsuccessful because I did not submit those details. And secondly, the other part which I think I got wrong was that some parts the other part was, I think it was regarding some dates which I completed it wrongly as well.
Okay.
So those two was the reason why our application was not successful. However, to be honest, I did it, but I was not confident in what I did.
Right.
Like I said, it's not my field. So like there is a saying that had I known is always at last. So I tell people, don't wait to say had I known that I had used Ian's, that's why I got failed. Yeah.
I understand. Well, really, Eric, it was quite an experience for you. I think we can learn a thing or two from that. I think one is you most certainly tried your best in fulfilling this application. However, because there are some things, probably terms or requirements that you don't really understand, you failed to submit what was required from you from the Home Office, right? And like what you said, it's not something that Home Office would not be asking you for invoices or copy of the care plan. No, these are documents that relates directly to your business, right? And so if you don't understand the terms, the questions, and the requirements that would be required from you, of course, definitely your sponsor license application will be rejected.
That's right.
And so, Eric, when you again going back to what you said earlier, you were lucky enough that the Home Office didn't give you a cool-off period, and so you were able to you have been
Reapply,
given the instruction or the notification that you can reapply for a sponsor license right away, right? But this time you decided to get a sponsor license, okay, and you have decided to contact us, Ian's. Can you tell us a bit about how you heard about us, what happened throughout the application? Can you walk us through with your experience?
Okay. So firstly, after receiving the bad news of not being successful with the application,
Bad news.
I contacted a couple of agencies, and one introduced another company for confidentiality sake. Obviously, I'm not going to mention any company to me, and the other introduced Ian's to me.
Okay.
So after I had received both information, I'm somebody that I love to research. So I went on the internet to research on Ian's and research on the other company as well. And I decided to obviously, secondly, call anonymously and speak to both companies. And based on what I heard from both sides and what I have read online, I was convinced within me that Ian's is the best choice to go for. So that is the main reason why I went for Ian's. And I think it is also based on the good testament which was given by a friend who had used your services, and I'm still using your
Oh,
services. You know,
okay.
that
Interesting.
is the reason why I decided to go with Ian's. So I
Interesting.
think you are doing a good job.
Perfect. Eric, how was it different from applying on your own? Now that now that Ian's have got your back, how is it different from applying on your own?
The easiest way to explain is like a baby being fed with a feeding bottle by the mom. It's just that
Were you
easy.
pampered?
It makes it's that easy. I think Ian's walked us through the entire process.
Fantastic.
And you were everything was obviously explained to us ahead of time before any Zoom meeting or online meeting is done. Things are always explained to us that this is what we are going to do. And
Mhm.
what shocked me was during the application for the sponsor license, I was surprised that it was done it was done in a very simplistic way. They were
Mhm.
just asking us a question, they put them in, and it worked like magic. Like within I think less than an hour,
Wow.
the two people that were on the line with us had completed the entire application,
Mhm.
which was so fantastic. And the other thing, which was quite good, was of the fact that apparently there is this home office option where they can be checking for you to know if you can do a fast track.
Yeah.
And we got a current update from Gina and another gentleman, Akash.
Right.
They were always contacting us to let us know whether there is a space or not, and so it was kind of very easy, and it was also explained to us even after getting the sponsorship license how things are going to be, what we can do, to make life easier for us. There were so many options on the table for us to use as well. So I
Mhm.
think, like I said, it is more of a babysitting process, which was quite good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's very nice to hear. I mean, I think if I'm being honest, Eric, don't get jealous, okay? But we do this for all our clients. We babysit them. We spoon feed them in terms of the sponsor license application. Yeah. But I think one of the things really in having this kind of support and guidance from experts like our solicitors is that I think there was, if not zero, it's like less worry and doubt if your sponsor license will be granted this time, right? So, do you think you got the results that you wanted in getting a sponsor license?
I think I will not just say I got the results that I wanted, but I got it way ahead of time.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was expecting it to be maybe after a couple of months or 3 months or so, but it came way ahead of time. In fact, I was on holidays when I saw the email pop up on my phone. I was like, all right,
Oh.
yeah. So like it was kind of all it all went smoothly and way
Mhm.
ahead of time. So I would say not just the happiness and the comfortability and all that, but also the fact that I got it way ahead of time, which I was kind of surprised, to be honest with you.
Eric, when you say you got it ahead of time, how fast was the application? What was the timeline? Do you remember?
Yeah, the application was. How do you mean? Can you ask your question again, please?
Um, what do you mean by when you said it actually went ahead of time? Do you remember the timeline of your sponsor license application? When did you submit your sponsor license application?
I don't remember actually. But
Okay, but
because of the
how
joy
long
now,
did you?
I've forgotten about everything, Yes.
But how long did you wait for your sponsor
I
license to be granted?
waited for less than 10 weeks.
Less than 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Which was,
quick.
because we were advised, obviously, by the solicitors from Ian's that I think it would take about 3 months or so.
Yeah.
But we got it like within 10 weeks.
Mhm.
A bit lesser than 10 weeks, which was
Uh-huh.
kind of a bit of a surprise. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Well, that is true, given the fact that I think during the time of your application, it was then that the Home Office and the UK government have declared that there will be some delays in both sponsor license application, COS allocation requests, skilled worker visa applications, due to the fact that there's the UK attending to the UK crisis, the Ukraine crisis, and so your sponsor license getting granted in less than 10 weeks is quite fast indeed. So, Eric, I think this would be my last question for you today. What's next for family support care?
What is next for family support care? Firstly, is to look at how we can expand strategically through the recruitment process. I can tell you that we've had over 200 applicants from all over the world.
Wow.
Which is quite fantastic, and it gives us the opportunity to choose correctly, recruits that kind of suit what we stand for as FSC. So we're also looking at expanding.
Yes.
And also looking at, after the expansion, to also look at how we can also use the skills and know-how of people coming on board to have more of an internal structure where we have our own training department, we have our own, like different sectors that manages things within, So I think that is what we are actually looking at. And obviously that means we will also be making more money, which is very important.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why we do business, right, Eric?
Exactly.
It's for us to grow our revenue. Well, Eric, you're smart, you're ambitious. I can only imagine where you guys would be in the next 5 years, most especially now that you got your sponsor license. For the benefit of those who are watching us, Eric is now able to sponsor migrants from inside and outside of the UK, meaning to say he can start picking up more care packages, and more care packages would mean a bigger revenue for the business, which means to say there is an easier and a more flawless way for Eric to really expand throughout the whole UK. Right, Eric?
That's right.
Fantastic.
Don't worry, you are going to be you see me very shortly among the millionaires in UK very soon.
We will be waiting for that, Eric, and I will be there when that happens. Yeah. Fantastic. Well done, Eric. Eric, thank you very much for your time today. We really appreciate your presence in our show today. And of course, would you have any last? Would you have anything to say before we go?
Yeah, sure. I want to firstly say thank you to all the viewers for your time, which is really much appreciated. And now listen, I want to tell you this, that you won't get it wrong. You using the ends. I'm so much confident in their services, and I also want to entreat you that let them lead, and you follow, and things are going to be easier for you. And aside that, I wish everyone all the best, and thank you once again, Julian, for your services to us. We so much appreciate it, and we will not forget. And when we make our millions, we will send you a check of $1 million.
I will not forget that, Eric. I will not forget that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much once again, Eric.
You're very
And
welcome.
congratulations. All the best to your business.
Thank you.
And we are clocking in your way towards being the next
you.
millionaire. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Eric of Family Support Care. It's quite fantastic, really, when you actually get what you paid for, right? Growing a business and expanding your business, especially in the UK, is not that easy. Most especially if you're dealing in the healthcare industry, where there is a huge shortage of carers and nurses, support workers, healthcare assistants, and so much more. There's just so much work to do, but little to no people who's willing to do the job. And that's the problem that most of us are facing at the moment. You see, we strive to help, whether it's a small or a big business, yeah, because it's not just about being able to generate revenue, right? It's all about making our community a better place to live in. And we can only do that if we help each other in terms of growing and providing a higher quality of service for whatever business we have, right? Um, we're going to take a short break, okay? And when we do come back, if there are questions in the audience, people who'd like to ask, or anything in the comment section, we'll answer them when we do come back. So don't go away.
With Connections, you can easily get your sponsor license, allowing you to enjoy the many benefits of international recruitment. With Connections, you can easily build a team of workers who have the right qualifications, skills, and experience. With Connections, you can easily hire workers in and outside the UK without worrying about any visa restrictions. With Connections, you can easily boost and save more by increasing staff retention to 100% for up to 5 years. Connections, international recruitment made fast, simple, easy. Connect now.
Hi everyone, it's me, Michael again, and welcome back to Strategy Time. Yeah. Now, if you are happy and if you are willing to start applying for your own sponsor license, which I think now is the best time to do, and you need our services, do call 07377 268 821. Okay, give us a call. We'll be more than happy to discuss the process and the requirements that you would need for your sponsor license application. And before I forget to mention, we do guarantee money back. We do money back guarantee if in case your sponsor license application gets rejected because of our fault, right? Again, that's 07377 268 821. Call us and we'll be there to answer your call. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today. I think most of our listeners and the questions that they have is pointing towards not sponsor license, okay, but in some other aspects of our business, which is, by the way, recruitment. We also do recruitment, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So if you're also interested in growing your business, if you are if you are a business who's already possessing a sponsor license, and you want to recruit people from inside or outside of the UK, or simply you want to advertise your vacancies with us, do give us a call, 07377 268 821, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. All right. Thank you very much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. We'll definitely see you in the next episode. And that's it for today. Bye, everyone.